Hi, my name is Bhagirath Bor. Welcome to my channel. In my last video, I will discuss up to interference of light. Today, I will discuss diffraction and polarization of the light. Interference you will read when the path difference is equals to lambda by 2 even multiply, you get the bright fringe including central maxima. Central maxima is formed when the path difference is 0, then bright fringe. For the dark fringe, lambda by 2 odd multiply. Today, I will discuss the diffraction of light. As same like the electromagnetic wave, here electric field and magnetic field and the way of propagation, they are all perpendicular to each other. As usual, C equals to 1 by root over mu naught epsilon naught. Here electric field and magnetic field is drop out. I will take the electric field which is called the light vector. Definition of diffraction of light. The phenomena of bending of light around the corners and encouragement of light within the geometrical shadow of the opaque obstacle is called deflection. Simply, from the rectilinear properties of light, you can see when a obstacle is restrict the light, you can get the shadow. But from the wave nature of light, you can see this some of the portion of shadow becomes illuminated because of diffraction of light. Here you see this x and y portions. Diffraction of light at a single slit for class 12 syllabus. Here are two diffraction. One is Fresnel and another is Fraunhofer. At Fresnel, source and skin are finite distance, and Fraunhofer, source or skin effectively infinite distance. Remember this, effectively infinite distance using single slit. At first, I will discuss when the angle theta is 0. You already know when the path difference is 0. In previous lecture for interference, you know that where the path difference is 0, here is the formation of central maxima. Before discuss this, I will take the source S is monochromatic, which is reflects at the focus of a convex lens. Remember this, at the focus of a convex lens, so that the light coming from the source is parallel to the principal axis. So that you can take here I will give a plane wave front, and between the AB, all the points are behaves like a secondary wavelets from the Huygens principle. You see this, when the angle theta is 0, A to O and B to O, the distance is equal, so you can get the central maxima. As usual, as like that, interference, bright fringe and dark fringe, here diffraction, same term is used, but here the secondary wavelets is used, so that secondary maxima and secondary minima, the concept is reversed to the interference. You see this. When you take at the angle of diffraction theta equals to theta 1, you just imagine you can divide the slit in two equal parts. You will get first secondary minima. or dark fringe. Two equal parts. Remember these two equal parts. After that, in angle of theta 2, I will divide it 4 equal parts so that you can get the dark fringe. In interference, even multiply is bad fringe, but in diffraction, there is reverse concept. Even multiply is dark fringe or secondary minimum. After that, I will take theta equal theta 1 and divide it 3 equal parts so you can get the first secondary maxima or bright fringe. Here you see all the angles formation of diffraction, which is quite different from interference. In interference, you can see this all the fringe intensities become equal, but in diffraction you see this only the central maxima, which is the maximum illuminated or maximum bright, and after that it will be decreases. If you take the central maxima is 1, after that first secondary maxima you can get 1 by 21, then 1 by 61, then 1 by 121, so that intensity become decreasing in form. You can see by you can calculate the part difference. You can get Bn equals to d sine theta, secondary minima and secondary maxima. You can calculate this. Here the angle is very small, so that sine theta equal to theta and cos theta equal to 1, sine theta equal to theta 1, sine theta 2. We just put this value and get the result. Weighted of central maxima, you can use this formula or you can look the diffraction pattern. Central maxima, two sides is minima, so that you can subtract two minima, you can get the weighted of central maxima also. Here is the angle of formation is 2 theta for central maxima. You can see from this fringe pattern, so you can get the central maxima is spread of the either side of O, beta not equal to 2 d lambda by d. Simply Fresnel distance, where the limit of ray optics after that wave optics is characteristics included. If you calculate, you can get df equal to d square by lambda. And here is also some difference between interference and diffraction. After that, for sound wave, you can see interference and diffraction, but not polarization. Remember, polarization is only occur for light wave only. Light wave only. The wave have two characteristics. One is transverse, another is longitudinal. For transverse, the wave is vibrating up and down. Or for longitudinal, here is the concept is compression and rarefaction style. Here, the same concept, I will take electric vector as a light vector. If you think the source of light having a large number of atoms, so that a large number of vibration is created all the direction. If you take S is a point source, I would resolve all the vibration in two axes, which is perpendicular and another is parallel in the wave of propagation of the wave. Dot is the perpendicular of the plane and here is the parallel to the plane. So that polarized, what is polarization? Simply restricting vibration or oscillation of wave in a plane perpendicular in the wave in one direction only. Remember this, one direction only. Here I will take a tourmaline crystal for polarizer. In unpolarized light, there are two vibrations. One is perpendicular and another is parallel. If the light is passing through the polarizer, then you see this, the parallel ray is coming out, but the perpendicular is blocked, so that the intensity of the unpolarized light is become half through the polarizer and become polarized. Remember, this polarized means one direction. Here is parallel to the principal axis. An analyzer, if you rotate the analyzer in different angle, you can get the variation of the intensity of light. It is the same concept, plane of vibration and plane of polarization. At first, Mallard's law. Definition of Mallard's law: when a beam of plane polarized light is incident on an analyzer. Remember, polarizer then analyzer. Polarized intensity half, then is the polarized. This polarized incident on the analyzer, then you variation of this. You can get I intensity, I varies cos square theta. If you take the polarizer middle axis, geographical axis, polarizer axis and analyzer axis. If you align, you can see this I varies cos square theta, because a sin theta is perpendicular, so that it restricted only a cos theta is coming out. Just you solve this problem and you can get I equal to I naught cos square theta. When the angle theta equal to 0, you can get the maximum intensity I equal to I naught, and when it's perpendicular, I equal to 0. After that, Booster law. Before start the Booster law, you remember the three main points. Here I will take the pair of medium. The pair of medium is very much necessary. If you take air or glass or any other, but pair of medium is very much necessary. The second condition, here is the angle of theta phi, which is the polarizing angle. When an unpolarized light is incident on the polarizing angle, the reflected ray fully polarized. Remember this, the reflected ray fully polarized. Third condition, the angle between the reflected ray and reflected ray and refracted ray in between 90. And if you calculate, and you can get mu equal to tan I phi, it is useful for mathematics. After that, H polarate, then K polarate. Just read it. Uses of polarate, you can see this elephant windows in laboratory, sunglasses, windows, pens, windshield in automobiles. Thank you.